Okay. So again, these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So we've got baby daddy acting really unconcerned about his own mental health, right? So this baby daddy is acting really unconcerned about his own mental health. We've got adjudication, official person in reverse, thoughts in reverse, occupation, poverty in reverse, concern in reverse. Then we've got wealthy man, false person, and theft. So he's acting really unconcerned for his own mental health, right? He's got some money, power, hungry, controlling issues where he wants to control his own children's mother in any way, shape, or form. So he's gone to the court to ask for access to see his own children. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, he's been plotting and planning to steal his own children's mother's occupation, right? His own children's mother's occupation, theft, gift, and community, with a community of people. So behind the scene, with a group, a community of people, this could be lawyer, it could be judge, it could be solicitor, it could be family members, it could be people in the local area, yeah, where they've all got wind surrounding this children's mother's line of work, her occupation, and her being high honour family room, so linking to family. Then we've got mature woman in reverse. His mother also, we've got change in reverse, wanted to change the way he was perceived. Then we've got bad health, and then we've got light pathway. Then we've got immature man. They did not want it to come to light that he was mentally immature and mentally retarded. He never worked a day in his life. He's never got any qualifications yet. And then we've got sudden wealth, message in reverse, yeah, and then imprisonment, and then great fortune and despair, courtship and unexpected income, and then house in reverse. So basically, he's putting work behind the scenes, this children's father against his own children's mother, to steal her, like thinks that he's got rights because he's got children with her. He feels like he's got rights to steal her work, her occupation, her male, her identity, her sudden wealth, and then pose to be a big man in the courtroom, all posh and privileged, causing despair. We've got courtship, unexpected income, and house in reverse. So I is getting quite possibly he could be in a courtship or dating somebody who works in the council, in the local like housing office. He could have tried courting and dating somebody, or he could have tried to take ownership of a house or home. He could have tried to take ownership of sudden wealth, great fortune, and then was expectation, child in reverse, to take the children. Then we've got coffin in reverse and toil and labour, and then lovers in reverse. This ex was expecting other people in the family, in the community, to neighbours, yeah, to put work behind the scenes to end this mother, take the children, take the house, the home, the inheritance, take it all for themselves and split the money amongst themselves. So we've got a local courthouse, right, and a lot of people in the community who got paid and hired to pull all this off, to pull it all off. And then we've got coffin in reverse, expectation, and child in reverse, sudden wealth, and then mature man in reverse. And then we've got courthouse in reverse, privileged lady. So he didn't want to see his children's mother become that privileged lady for her line of work. They'd rather have took that for themselves, team up with a community of people. And then they thought if they was to end her, they would not need to go to court, and they'd all live happily ever after. They would all have a split of this inheritance, this sudden wealth. Occupation with this child, teaming up with social services, despair. So he's getting all these social workers are going to be losing this job, right? Because they use social services to help them. Then we've got message in reverse. They use social services to help steal her identity, her birth certificates, because social services have access to birth certificates, right? So then there's gone with this courthouse, because they're linking to lawyers and solicitors. They've got their lawyers and solicitors on standby. So then they've stolen her birth certificate, this feminine's birth certificate. There's children birth certificates, and basically, yeah, they've wrote messages and letters to this judge. They brainwashed these children to believe, family room, false person is brainwashed. And then we've got the so-called wealthy man who's acting really unconcerned for what he's done. Time and labour, put a lot of time and labour to brainwash these children, to make it out like this mother is the bad one, when he's an absolute freak. He's an absolute freak. He thinks he's Joe Carroll. All right. 555. Joe Carroll from The Following. Right. I used to watch that with my children's father. Yeah. I used to watch that with my children's father. It's a man who's in some sort of a cult, right? So he's joining to some sort of a cult in the local area. We've got karmics, temperance in reverse. These karmics, we've got high priest in reverse. So he's linking to some sort of a cult, Roger. He wants to be seen as some sort of a cult leader, right? He's been performing satanic rituals, right? He wants to brainwash, groom, gaslight, manipulate, because he's a narcissist, everyone to work and to serve him and to treat him like he's some sort of a god. So basically, he's wanting everyone in this community to bow down to him. Ace of Cups. In this Ace of Cups, usually Ace of Cups image, there's a cup what's full of love. And it can either be full up with that water, which is deep emotions, deep love, deeply intelligent and in tune with emotions, or overflowing to be that unconditional love. In this Ace of Cups, the cup is totally empty. We've got Judgment, right? So they're all under major judgment. We've got the Moon card in reverse. They've been doing moon rituals, demon magic, yeah. Then we've got the Chariot in reverse. Then we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse, and then the Star card, and the Ten of Pentacles. So they was proper passionate. Then we got Hanged Man. So basically, they offered this feminine up, children's mother, for a sacrifice. Yeah. Right. And they was just jealous, okay? So we've got Nine of Cups in reverse. They just wanted to shatter and exhaust someone's dreams and goals. They was all praying, right, for it all to pull it all off. They was all praying together to pull it all off. Yeah, Eight of Wands in reverse, but nothing but bad news. Nothing but bad news, nothing but bad energy. Shatter and exhaust using rituals. Shatter and exhaust someone around the clock, right, to try and make them pair that feminine have some sort of mental breakdown. Empress, yeah. To try and make Empress have a mental breakdown, because they is jealous of this Empress, her empire, her gifts, her children, her inheritance, her full life, everything what she's worked hard for. And they wanted that. They wanted the fruits of her labour, her harvest. So we've got a Queen of Cups in reverse. Then we've got a King of Wands in reverse, working, jealous against this Queen of Cups. So it could be, so we've got this Queen of Cups in reverse who's a narcissist. She's living in an upside down world. She's just wanting to be in the upright, but she's coming out in reverse. Then we've got Page of Cups and Two of Pentacles. Then we've got the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Hermit. Then we've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Wands, false victory, bad karma, right? And there's lying, right? So basically, quite possibly, Empress could be a high priestess. And they wanted to switch up. They wanted to switch up details and claim that somebody else was a high priestess. Somebody else was a high ranking. Divine knowledge, divine wisdom. So they tried to cloak themselves in this feminine's energy, this Empress, and posed to be this Empress. Probably appeared in a courtroom or in some sort of court legal case with this stolen identity, posed to be her in order to claim her inheritance. Six of Wands in reverse, the Wheel of Year in reverse, Aquarius, and Ace of Swords in reverse, Lion, Seven of Swords in reverse. And Aquarius, who's involved in the Moon card, wanted to keep it a secret. This Aquarius is absolutely heartbroken. This Aquarius is absolutely heartbroken because maybe this Aquarius has been caught out in lies. And Seven of Pentacles wanted, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the fruits of that labour. Four of Swords, so Empress could be on her own. Five of Wands, so they fought the battle. Ace of Pentacles for that Ace of Pentacles. Page of Wands, yeah, a messenger, a high priestess. Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and then King of Swords in reverse and the Magician in reverse. They wanted to collaborate to try and get her locked up. Nine of Wands, trying to defend herself on her own. We've got a Tower from some sort of bank fraud. Full card, Justice. Justice will be served. They wanted this Ace of Wands, this passionate new beginning, so they sent the Grim Reaper. Six of Cups, two child or children, family from past, because they wanted the life. They wanted that good life. So they did a sacrifice on this feminine and her child or children because they wanted to claim her inheritance, her life, and then totally create a lot of illusions and confusions surrounding the justice system. And again, I is getting Joe Carroll, where they all form some sort of a cult and they all start performing these stupid satanic rituals, doing moon magic. Aquarius is absolutely heartbroken and depressed. Aquarius is depressed and heartbroken. She's all about the money. She's all about the money. We've got Libra. So this King of Swords in reverse could be a Libra. They've got unaddressed shadow sides. They've been doing a lot of trauma bonding and binding spells and sending these attacks. They've been sending demons to do their dirty work. So they've been sending demonically possessed people towards this Empress. Queen of Swords in reverse. Eight of Wands, Four of Wands, and then the Knight of Swords. So they wanted to be seen as powerful and courageous, shut off from emotions. Four of Wands, people in the community celebrating. Yeah, they wanted, I was getting, the fruits, Seven of Pentacles, the fruits of that labour, and they wanted to move inside of a house, a home. What, Six of Cups in reverse, very childish. Then we've got the Palace of Coins and a King of Cups in reverse. So it could be maybe enough money to buy multiple properties. So they wanted to take that. So this is where this rent housing office comes on in. Yeah. And they wanted to take ownerships of some sort of inheritance, someone else's line of work, Page of Cups. Then we've got the Palace of Swords and King of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles. And also take ownership of the child and children's house, home, assets. Because obviously if it's this Empress's empire and her home, her inheritance, her properties, her land, her inheritance, it's obviously going to be her child or children. So this King of Wands has been hexing and cursing the children as well to try and take that business. Yeah, Knight of Cups and High Priestess, Six of Swords, Ten of Cups. They did not want that. Yeah, hard work, perseverance. They wanted to create a lot of burdens. So with this Knight of Cups, be careful if this reading is resonating. Be careful on who you are taking drinks from, right? Because there's a lot of poisoning going down. We've got a King of Wands in reverse who wants to see himself as a warlock, creating a lot of illusions, got a lot of energetic burdens. So basically, it's not their hard work. It could be a house, a family home, businesses, multiple properties. So it was not their hard work. The High Priestess has come on out. So Empress, High Priestess, it was not their hard work. It was not their perseverance. Could quite possibly be a boat. It was not their hard work and it was not their perseverance. Four of Pentacles. No, Six of Pentacles, and the Lovers in reverse. So even this ex, this children's father, who there's no romantic connection there anymore, but he's getting that he wants this romantic connection to just reignite, but it's just not there. He wants them spiritual gifts. He wants the physical gifts. He wants the spiritual gifts. He wants to actually be seen as her, but he's coming out as a hierophant in reverse. Palace of Wands, because he just wants that life of luxury. Ten of Swords and the Hermit Virgo. So could have used a Gemini, could have used a Virgo to backstab. Nine of Pentacles, because Three of Cups, and celebrate Five of Pentacles, leaving feminine out of her own inheritance. So we've got High Priestess in reverse. Someone who's pretended to be a High Priestess. So basically with the Sun card, I is illuminating that. Five of Wands, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Hanged Man. So basically they took some sort of knowledge, wisdom, work, profits, ideas. They took that identification, Five of Wands, and they started battling and competing to sacrifice this Empress, this High Priestess. Emperor in reverse, so it's a dysfunctional absent father. Seven of Cups in reverse was creating a lot of illusions. Six of Wands, because he wanted this victim. Two of Wands, he wanted to be seen as powerful and courageous. Three of Swords, heartbroken. Heartbreak. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Strength card in reverse. And this Chariot, Queen of Wands in reverse. So fire sign, femme, or masculine. Both femme and masculine, or maybe two masculines. Either way, there's a King of Wands in reverse and a Queen of Wands in reverse. So two lots of fire sign. Then we've got this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This could be masculine or feminine. It could be a Virgo. Chariot, we've got a Cancer. So that Queen of Cups in reverse is a Cancer. Five of Cups, they wanted that loss and mourning. Magician. Manifesting. They wanted... Jesus. Empress has come out again. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Empress. And then the Queen of Coins. They just wanted that destiny. But because she's got in the Queen of Swords, right, and she's had to cut family off, friends off, and people who she loves, Ten of Wands, because it was not their bed, and the Seven of Swords have been a lot of sneaking around, lying, and a lot of backstabbing. A lot of backstabbing, a lot of bad mouthing from this King of Cups as well. Seven of Wands in reverse, he's soulless. Temperance, come up against an Earth Angel. Three of Cups in reverse, to start spreading malicious gossip. Fool. Fools, to start spreading malicious gossip. Fools. So they've done it on someone who's pretty innocent. We've got King of Pentacles in reverse. Then we've got King of Swords in reverse. The Strength card in reverse. Knight of Cups. Six of Pentacles in reverse. And then Knight of Cups. King of Cups. Ten of Swords. So they could have teamed up with a lot of people to keep backstab, keep coming on in, backstab, bad mouth, gossip, malicious gossip, stalk, harass, backstab, bad mouth, gossip, yeah. And then we'll all appear in front of a judge and call this Empress a nutter because we all want her gifts, the fruits of her labour. And they're all literally deluded. They've all got lost in their own illusions. 18, they've done that much black magic, they actually believe that they are this Empress and they believe to have her inheritance, her gift, her children, her life, her property or properties, and they actually believe that they deserve that for themselves. So there's got people who work in the government, yeah, to try and help them to do that. Page of Swords, teaming up with this Libra. Could be an Aries. This Page of Swords could be an Aries. Could be a Libra. Could be a Gemini. This Page of Swords knew some truths about having that full world flipped upside down. So he was passionate and he came on in with a fake false offer and wanted to upgrade from a page to an emperor. Yeah. I mean, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Nine of Wands in reverse and the Death card. Didn't want to defend from death. So King of Pentacles could have been sent to help this Empress, but this King of Pentacles wanted that Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups in reverse, and then the Page of Wands. So King of Pentacles just wanted that coinage. So this King of Pentacles could be a Virgo. This King of Pentacles could be a Capricorn, or this King of Pentacles could be a Taurus, and they wanted to break up a home, break up a home, take these children with all these rituals, what they've been doing, take the inheritance, try and take the spiritual gifts, the spiritual inheritance, and then leave Empress with absolutely nothing. Sun card in reverse, and Two of Swords. Did not want it to be illuminated. They didn't even feel guilty with the Nine of Swords in reverse. The World card in reverse for flipping that full world upside down. I tell you why. Seven of Wands in reverse, because they're all soulless beings. They're all soulless beings. I just took an opportunity to get in on bank fraud, like a heist, bank fraud, and switched money from account to account. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. They just got in on that bank fraud. They was trying to stop shit from coming on in persistently, and then wanted to constantly bring that death, and no one to collaborate with this Empress to help this Empress, because everyone's involved. Everyone's involved. Everyone's got jealous of this property or properties, land, this gift and this inheritance. So they've all got jealous. Ace of Wands. So he's getting that quite possibly they've all got a lifelong STD, a spiritually transmitted disease, struggling with Jezebel. Struggling with a Jezebel. So there's knowing this area, a lot of people, neighbours, the government, police officers, judges, lawyers, solicitors who's been contacted in the area know about this attempted murder or murders in order to steal some sort of inheritance, because they was involved and they all played their part. Then their lovers, the ones who they was courting and dating, and not one of them give a damn about it. They just wanted the money what come with it. Nine of Cups. Because I was wishing to be this feminine where she looks like she's highly faced. She's never been through anything. She's never been through anything in her whole entire life. Again, they did not carry the burdens of that workload. They did not carry the burdens, the stress. They didn't give a damn. All they give a damn about is causing that stress, causing that trauma, more stress, more trauma, more pain, and then a backstab, 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 backstab. All literally, yeah, the Tower. Chaos. Bringing chaos agents to pull all this off. So basically, they're all just backing this children's father because he's jealous of her because she does not want to be with her no more. So they thought that's out of order. As if you don't want to be with him anymore, we're going to team up with him because he's always been jealous as well. Yeah. Wow. So we've probably got corrupt law officials, we've got corrupt council and government. It sounds just like something Humberside Police, whole Crown Court, whole City Council and all that. I'd be happy to join in and defend the wrong party against this type of shit. Child in reverse, expectation, and coffin in reverse, and imprisonment. They was expecting to take the child or children and probably avoid going to prison pathway and not that have that come into light, official person and gift and community. So someone else is claiming to be this person. We've got men, female, poverty in reverse, and courthouse, family, someone from family. She's claiming to have this gift, this mentally immature man, so could be a sibling who's claiming to have this gift. An identity, working alongside social services and posing to be somebody else in this courthouse. Identity theft, and dressing up to be this feminine. Didn't care about that despair. Occupation, community, was just working in the community to pull it off and giving out some unexpected income and gifts from this sudden wealth, great fortune, wanted to be that wealthy man, but his false person, imprisonment, could work in a prison or could be courting or dating someone in a prison. So basically, because there's like someone in this connection is courting or dating someone in a prison, someone who works in a prison, so a police officer, they think that they can pull it all off. Or there's courting someone who works in the council, local housing, rent office, courting or dating someone who works in law, so they think that they should be able to pull it all off, or they've got some sort of family connections to someone in law, courthouse. like courtship, journey, lovers in reverse, theft, and message in reverse, and despair. So they could have redirected some mail. Could have done work from home. Work from home mother could have done work from home. I mean, usually single mothers, if they've got child or children, they have to do a lot of their work from home. So it could be a work from home mother, someone who's had to try and find something where it's not, where it fits around the kids. Some sort of occupations, what fits around the children and school hours. So again, they've not had that stress, the burdens, thoughts in reverse, change in reverse, an official person, concern in reverse, and courthouse. So basically what there's done with this great fortune, because they really want this great fortune for themselves, they're like, don't listen to her in the courthouse, yeah, label her as something what she's not, when there's a large group of family, ex's family, friends, neighbours, and people in the local community who's all teamed up together, and people in the government, to take one person down, to take that inheritance and split it amongst themselves. Courthouse, yeah, house, family room, mature man, sudden wealth, and just thought, I want to take this occupation, I want this sudden wealth, I want everything for myself. So we've got a father, a mother figure, father figure, mother figure, who thought that they could avoid judgment for doing all this work behind the scenes with the community to bring more stress, to bring more despair, to bring more chaos, to bring more trauma, because they all wanted this privileged lady's gifts, along with this lover, ex-lover, theft, who's always got in on theft, fraud, robbery, and identity theft for many years, because he always knew of her abundance. And he wanted to be like seen as this wealthy man, so got on the hate train with everyone, family members, friends, neighbours, and started meeting on up in the community, probably with government officials, shaking their hands, all going along with a fucking delusion. All going along with a delusion. All acting just as deluded as each other. So they're actually all bad elf. We've got mature man from family room, bad elf. He's bad elf because he's probably tried to end his own daughter with his other daughter because they wanted to split that unexpected income. So basically, not only the children's father involved, but feminine's own father and sibling and neighbours and local government involved, because they're all courting and dating each other. They're all in some sort of like relationships, some sort of love relationships. So they're all just slamming each other. And they know that she's single and she's on her own and she barely dates people. So they thought it's perfect for them. We'll just get the full fucking government. We'll get ex-lovers. We'll message ex-lovers. Official person. Could have been dating or courting someone who was an official person. And they thought, we'll message him and they will give him some of that unexpected income so he can come on in, take child or children and put false imprisonment, coffin in reverse, and an attempted murder because of this gift, what this privileged lady has. So false imprisonment. And false reports to the police, and false reports here, false reports there, to use feminine as a scapegoat because they're all stealing her identification, birth certificates, social security, pictures, and posing to be her to steal her inheritance. Theft in reverse, she just can't make it up. Family room in reverse. And then courthouse, so it could be people who could have lived with this. Well, obviously she lived with this ex at one point, and they don't live inside of that home anymore. And this main female in reverse has never lived inside of this home, so that's the sibling. My head's just getting all like, feeling all fuzzy at the top, like someone's touching my bloody hair. Yeah? So they're trying to pay some official person wealthy man in reverse and change. And they wanted to just be seen as wealthy man in like, yeah, and then privileged lady. So they could be married, an official person could be married. They got in on that theft. Again, they thought, oh, it's all right, we'll make sure it does not hit the court. You know, this community of people who all wanted to come out of poverty, distant horizons, this main female, this empress is high on her. Coughing in reverse, so you can't, an empress, a high priestess. So they've been plotting and planning, and they've put a lot of thought into taking this sudden wealth, acting really unconcerned for their own mental health at the time because they're absolute psychopaths. And they just wanted the privileges, but they're all living in upside down world because they've tried to take out the wrong person, then call that person bad health because it's gaslighting, it's narcissism. And if they are gaslight and narcissism and getting on gang stalking and pay these government officials to get in on that, which is absolutely putrid, and they're all going to lose their power position. They're going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose their homes. They're going to lose their cars. They're going to be seen in the public eye as high on it in reverse and mentally ill psychopaths, psychopathy, narcissists on the distant horizons. Yeah. And then this great fortune theft, what they put so much work into steal, it's not going to go to them. Coughing in reverse, they cannot end someone who's highly ranked. We've got high on her. Yeah. And, well, maybe feminine knows if she's high priestess. They're expecting, with this expectation, unexpected income in reverse, pathway in reverse, and community in reverse. They're all expecting to just pay money under the table to turn a blind eye, privileged lady in reverse, wealthy man in reverse, because they don't want to go to prison. Then we've got child in reverse and message and lovers. So they could be working with a pedo. So there is getting that they could have actually all teamed up with a paedophile. And the last thing we need is a paedophile, yeah, stealing someone else's inheritance. So this community has all teamed on up with a paedophile or someone who's like some sort of paedophilia to take some sort of sudden wealth. So then this pedo, this nutty pedo-y family can have some sort of inheritance, and then they up the pedo and the child sex trafficking. So everyone in this community, the neighbours who's done that, they've teamed up with a paedophile, yeah, to help a pedo gain power and control over his own children's mother and this children. And this courthouses teamed up with someone who's got someone who's like being predator on child or children or some sort of child rape and that type of stuff on record already. Someone who's already had a long running history with mental health. They've teamed up with someone who's already had a long running history with mental health to go against somebody who's just not had that much of not saying that she's not had bad health, because we all have mental health challenges, trials and tribulations. We all have down days. We all get like some sort of colds or something like that. We all like maybe get overworked sometimes. And if you're a single mother and you're raising children on your own, you're just going to be exhausted. So a fair share of bad days. But these people, they didn't see that, you see. They didn't see that. They didn't give a damn about that because they're all narcissists. They're all extremely toxic, money, power hungry. And they'd rather back and rep pedos or people who are into that type of like shit where they're actually doing some sick shit to kids. Because they want the money probably to spend on drugs, crack cocaine, heroin, pills, ecstasy type of shit, weed, cars, watches, rings, bags, shoes, shit like this, and then label feminine as bad health. And I was thinking, what do you mean with this thought? What do you mean message of concern and that great fortune? So, and that's sudden well. So basically they will do absolutely anything for money, anything low vibrational for money. That's false reporting. That's gaslighting, that's gang stalking, that's harassment, that's deliberately trying to cause stress and trauma to somebody out of spite, out of jealousy, out of anger, because they did not want to see this Empress build her own empire, have her own property or properties, have her own wealth. They just wanted that for themselves. So there's gone to the courthouse, there's all lied on earth, committed perjury, obstructing the course of justice, perverting the course of justice, false report, gaslight, and then they all act like there's nothing wrong with their mental health. So it's getting, quite possibly, when it all goes to trial and it's all coming out in the open, I is getting a lot of them are going to try and plead insanity to get a lesser sentence. So I is getting at this community of people who's banded together with this ex and other family members to pull this off. They're all going to try and plead insanity. Then they're going to want people to be compassionate for them for being money power hungry and getting involved in a lot of illegal activities. So basically, there's got gang stalking, they've got harassment, they've got robbery, they've got identity theft, fraud, bearing false witness, lying on earth, using moon magic, moon rituals. So there's going down for witchcraft because it's linking to someone who wants to be seen as some sort of mad cult or coven leader. And they're all going down 36, 36, and there's going to be less corruption going down in the area due to them all banding up and coming up against one person that's just literally got a lot of shit ton of people under investigation and getting locked up for a long time. They don't want to be revealed as fake and false. Imprisonment in reverse, false person. Distant horizons, coffin and adjudication and official person, and then journey, privileged lady in reverse. They really did not want to see this feminine be a privileged lady or have any love relationship. All work, so they all worked against it. It's all working against her. Avoid going to prison for this theft of this great fortune. Wealthy man in reverse took ownership of a home. And then we've got a mature man. So this is Empress's father, who's high on it in reverse. He holds no ranking in spirit. He's a low rank crank, 37, 37. He's always been a low rank crank because he always vibrates at a very low, dangerous low vibrational frequency where anyone who's in his family, even if it's his own child or children, or brother, sister, and anything like that, aunts, uncles, father, grandfather, yeah, he's always been about robbery and theft. So he's got a lot of robbery and armed robbery under the belt. So what it is with this mature man who's mentally immature, not this children's father, not this Empress's children's father, because he's just as bad. He's just as bad. This Empress's father, he's just as bad, and he's gang affiliation, and he thinks he can get away with absolutely everything, which is rape, child sexual abuse, robbery, theft, murder, and that's all he roams round and does, and drug trafficking, and that's all he runs round and does. 38, 38. Gathers a group of people, brainwashes them as well because he wants to be some sort of a leader, and he wants to have people working below him because he wants his minions. Yeah, so he's literally like a devil in a meat suit. So we've got an Empress's children's father who's like a devil in a meat suit, an Empress's father who's like a devil in a meat suit, all trying to sacrifice this Empress because they want her inheritance. Then we've got a community of people, imprisonment in reverse and high on it in reverse, and then house in reverse, and then courthouse, and then theft. Occupation, expecting to work. And changing legal documentation. So they're doing a lot of changing and switch up of legal documentation. It's like they're hiring people to come towards feminine, yeah, which is paying, plots, plans, schemes. Expecting lovers, gift, mature man, privileged lady in reverse, and then sort of wealth in reverse. So they're even hiring people like love options to come towards feminine, to romance and date feminine. And they're all wanting to take her property, her empire as well. So Jezebel, a lot of Jezebels, Mammon, demon, the devil, Lucifer, Satan, because Satan and Lucifer are two completely different devils. Yeah, so we've got the devil like Lucifer, and then we've got Satan, and quite possibly like Baphomet. So basically they're all just joining into like these mad cult covenant things where they worship false gods. They're all about the materialistic things, the 3D aspect, and want that 3D recognition and clout for robbery, theft, fraud, gang affiliation, stealing, sacrificing, witchcraft, black magic, bearing false witness, lying on earth, twisting and manipulating legal documentation, and then they want to label this empress as the one who's got bad health. Which is mad. How can you label this empress as the one who's got bad health? Probably got post-traumatic stress, probably got depression and stuff like that. But who's not going to have post-traumatic stress or depression if there's a low life? They're just repping the low life. Yeah, because I'm always repping the low life. Low life. That is what it is. They're just repping the low life. Starting first, and they don't want this empress to heal. They don't want this empress to be able to shine. And it's getting us doing dirt magic. They don't want this empress to heal. They don't want this empress to shine. They don't want this empress to have any inspirational ideas. They don't want this empress to be seen at all. High Priest in reverse, this X, he's just passionate about bringing battles. 5 of Wands to take that work, that knowledge, that wisdom, that work, that profits, that identity, that business ideas, business opportunities, and he's not carried the burdens. He's not got the qualifications for it. He's not got the mental capacity for it. He's not got the passion for it. He's not got the drive. It's not his dreams. It's not his goals. It's not his aspirations. But he just wants someone who comes with it. So it's a lot of brainwashing. Again, going back to Joe Carroll from The Following. Where he's some mad occult leader and he just like deludes and brainwashes everybody to follow his lead. Joe Carroll, The Following. Yeah. A cult of serial killers known as the followers, The Following. Right? So basically, he's just teamed up with a lot of psychopaths and like-minded people who are psychopaths, who, if they, the 7 of Swords, who sneak around. Oh, you just can't make it up. I've just like literally looked at it. Joe Carroll, you can't make it up, right? He's teamed up with people who's got some psychopath where they want to kill people who leave them. Again, one of them, if I can't have yet, no one can. And there's that selfish, ruthless and devious. They will stalk, they will spy. 8 of Cups is a feminine just walking away. They will follow. Oh, you just can't make it up. You can't make it up. Literally. And in this, like, this show about Joe Carroll, right? He killed 14 women and later created a cult of serial killers known as the Followers. So he killed 14 women. So basically, this community and this government, yeah, and family have just literally teamed up with a lot of serial killers who are psychopaths, and there's deluded people in the courthouse. Four of Pentacles, Empress, Fifth. Wow. So we've got the Magician, Fifth, Empress. Four of Pentacles, they want to possess that. Hermit in reverse, they want that divine knowledge, wisdom. Temperance, High Priestess. So they've come on up against the High Priestess. Oh, literally, they thought they was luring her into a trap, and they thought that they could what? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The life, the Tree of Life in reverse. The Full card, take that innocence, corruption and injustice. Justice in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse, and thought that they would be able to move forward with the Sun card and cloak themselves in that light. So we've got a King of Coins in reverse, Four of Swords, who's jealous, the Two of Cups in reverse, teamed up with his lover, Three of Cups and a third party, maybe even other lovers, yeah. Queen of Wands in reverse, was seduced with lies. Ten of Cups from family, or from a family, who's also always been jealous. Could be a Pisces. They wanted them skills. So it could be about being a skilled high priestess. And they wanted them skills as well. So claiming to be a high priestess when they're not a high priestess. And they're trying to block some sort of manifestations. And they're trying to block and stop justice because it's linking to some cranks who started up a cult or a coven. And it's like a spin-off thing where they've seen some stuff like this on the movies, on TV. They've all got inspired. They've watched a lot of criminology type of stuff. Wow. So we've got some corrupt people who work at the courthouse. Ten of Swords in reverse. Aquarius, Gemini, Scorpio, the lying about sacrificing to some sort of demons. So we've got Lovers, Scorpio, Hanged Man in reverse, and Temperance in reverse. They was offering her up for a sacrifice. Then we've got a King of Pentacles in reverse, wanted to come up in this Chariot, Nine of Wands in reverse, and not defend this Empress, this High Priestess, because he wanted some of that wealth and he wanted to go down as being some sort of occult leader. He wanted to go down and be a leader of this occult. So basically, they've all joined some sort of occult thing, but they're all absolute psychopaths, man. They take everyone's generational wealth, they follow, they stalk, they harass, they gang stalk, and they take everything. And they want to stalk that much and bring death that much and death magic. So someone's passionless in life. Page of Cups in reverse, and it's linking Five of Wands. They've done drama magic, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, so they can take Death card, Three of Cups, death rituals. Friends even being involved. That could be friends from childhood, friends from secondary, friends from college, friends from the local community, people who want to call themselves friends, hunting, wishing ill will. Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands in reverse, creating illusions. They're under judgment. Ace of Swords for lying, perjury, lying, sneaking around, stalking, trying to stop a healing process and wanting that expansion. Drugs trafficking as well. Wow. So they were, oh, Jesus Christ almighty. You see what I mean about people thinking there's fucking mafia and that? You see what I mean about people think that there's the mafia. High Priestess, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and Queen of Cups in reverse. Three of Wands, it's a ship thing. So this Queen of Cups in reverse, who could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio female, she wanted to spend that on drugs trafficking so she could get in on the weed or something like that. Yeah. So she was willing to battle for that corruption and injustice with maybe a Libra to take this High Priestess's Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Seven of... Wow. Then we've got Eight of Pentacles in reverse. King of Swords. Nine of Swords. No, that's all guilty. And because of how possessive they are, and because of all this warring and all this battling, they really want an Empress, yeah? to take herself out or to make out like this Empress has taken herself out. So going back to this cup, this Knight of Cups in reverse, creating illusions, lying, using black magic, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, taking that work, that knowledge, that wisdom, that identity. Seven of Pentacles, taking the fruits of that labour. Again, with this Ten of Wands, that's not carried that burden. They wanted some sort of business opportunity. So we've got a water sign masculine, an air sign masculine, and a fire sign masculine. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, who took that Ace of Pentacles and news surrounding that heartbreak. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, taking that financial stability. Queen of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse, and the Star card. So the Aquarius feminine, who was joining into that, who actually broke Empress's heart. But I just getting, because they're all narcissists and that, they don't care. They're all under judgment for sneaking, stalking, spying, yeah, trying to break up a home, yeah, doing satanic rituals on the moon, yeah, that's been revealed, to create illusions under the moon because they want that divine knowledge, that divine wisdom, that divine protection. Deliberately forcing a change in child or children's life. No faith in the divine. All they had faith in was, with this faith and this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, was that it'd pull off High Priest, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and Three of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Then Ten of Wands in reverse. They wanted Page of Pentacles to offload them energetic burdens, this King of Cups. Everything what they've done, right? So what all these have done throughout their life, they wanted to offload all that onto this Empress and label this Empress as them by doing all this stalking, this gaslighting, this following, this sneaking around, this spying, this robbery, this theft, this guns trafficking, drugs trafficking, child sexual abuse and stuff like that, and then performing these rituals. King of Pentacles in reverse was getting in on that magician shit, black magic in reverse, with this Queen of Cups in reverse, sneaking around, wanting to bring death to take that, and they're all very possessive. They're in possession. We've got King of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse, who's in possession of some sort of child pornography. Yeah, so I mentioned pedos. So they've been battling to come through that door, yeah, to take the fruits of someone else's labour because they're in possession of some sort of child pornography. And then, right, and then, so they could have been putting cameras to watch child or children undress, which is child sex trafficking. Yeah, monetizing off that. Yeah, they're sick as fuck. And then they want to appear in front of a court, in front of a judge, to label this Empress as the bad person when it's them who's an absolute freak of nature. Seven of Swords, and they all need to go on down. Two of Wands in reverse. They're cowards. They always have been. They always have been. All throughout life, all it is about taking other people's gifts, physical gifts, spiritual, anything what's not even rightfully theirs. And they know it's not theirs, but we've got a lot of money, power, hungry, greedy, demonically possessed men who are pure putrid. Justice in reverse, linking to a lot of corruption and justice. Four of Pentacles, Empress. They just want to possess and control anything of this Empress's, that financial stability. Possess her that much to control when she can heal, when she's not allowed to heal, if she's allowed to go out, if she's allowed to date, if she's allowed to speak to anybody, because of pure putrid. Five of Wands, gang of fucking affiliation, they can fuck off. Emperor in reverse, Ten of Cups, Seven of Cups in reverse, and then Hermit Vega. So there could be, and then Leo and Death, illuminating, surrounding, bringing a death. Aries, Virgo, Death. Hanged Man in reverse and wanting to sacrifice. We've got a Queen of Wands in reverse. So this could be a Leo, where they're all involved or Sagittarius. Then a King of Pentacles in reverse. He wanted to take that Pentacles because this King of Pentacles, you see, well, he's just staring at that Pentacle. So he's been trying to spy to see who Empress is dating so he can feed information back and make out like she's some sort of a hoers. So because she's some sort of a hoers, what they're trying to make out like she is, they think, oh, well, if we call her a hoe, and if she's had some sexy time with some random guy or something like that, if we call her a hoe or a prostitute or something like that, that'll give us the right not to let her have her inheritance. You see what I mean? This sounds like whole city council, Humberside police, whole crown court, the type of shit what they would get involved in and not bring justice for, because they're all a set of cowards. They're 2 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Wands, collaborating with see who she dating. Yeah, who's their 10 of Cups, Moon card in reverse, and the Death card in reverse. So they all know surrounding attempted murder or murders and bad messages, 3 of Swords, heartbreaking, to take that financial stability. 2 lots of King of Pentacles in reverse. So it could be Virgo, masculine, feminine. It could be a Capricorn, masculine, feminine. They all know. They don't give a damn. They've just teamed up with the enemies because they want to possess someone else's inheritance and perform satanic rituals, yeah, and not wanting someone else to shine, not wanting someone else to be happy. All hex and curses has gone back, so they're just cursed their own bloodline for generations and generations to come. Now, if they've got children or grandchildren, their child, their grandchildren is going to feel the wrath of God, and it's going to carry on for probably about 4,000 years, where their children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, they're all going to feel the wrath of God. 9 of Swords, faith, yeah, because they are literally a hanged man. You see, they, faith, judgment, they're all under judgment. So he's calling them up for judgment. If you've been involved in this illegal activity, you're under major judgment. Stop doing your stupid spell casting. The world's bad enough as it is without these fucking psychopaths teaming up with more psychopaths. It's bad enough as it is without pedos teaming up with more pedophiles to try and come up and take someone else's wealth. And it's bad enough going on down with a lot of trauma without spying, stalking, harassing, following, hacking people's accounts, stealing people's identity, just because these sick fucks want a bit of money and to act like there's some sort of mobster mafia. Yeah, next sort of was all powerful and courageous, was shut off from our emotions. And yeah, they just see an opportunity to try and cause depression. And they've got no love in their own heart. They've got no love. They've got no love. They've got no love. That anyone who's got that financial stability or independence, they're just team up against that because they're jealous of someone else's independence. They're jealous of that. Yeah, because they always need the mummy, the daddy, the nan, the gran, the auntie, the uncle, 10,000 best friends, 10,000 best friends. They always need that type of shit. And then when you see someone who is not like that, 8 of Swords in reverse, someone who's spiritually free, someone who's like working on their own to build something, they instantly, immediately get jealous of that strength. So they all want to team on up and label that person as mentally weak. Now, who is mentally weak? It's not this Empress. Trust me. It's not this Empress who's mentally weak. It's all these masculines and feminines who's got together, 58-58, who's cursed their own bloodline for generations and generations to come. So although they may think like they've got away with it, right? There's not, because again, their children are now carrying a really bad curse, and it's a generational curse from what we've done to an empress, a high priest. Oh, I can't make it up. 58-58 represents God's law. Oh my God, I just can't even make it up. 58-58, it represents God's law. Sorry for screaming and shouting, right? I said it. God's seen it all. Oh, he's seen it all. Wow. It don't go unnoticed. It's God's law. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. So there's children's carrying a curse. The grandchildren's carrying a curse. The grandchildren's children's carrying a curse, yeah? And every time their children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren try and build themselves up, yeah, and harness their own gifts and skills, whatever that may be, what God's given them, yeah, it's all going to happen to them. And psychopaths are going to start popping out from everywhere, yeah, on their children, the grandchildren, and the great-grandchildren, yeah. It is. Can you believe it? It's God's law. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Cancer's trying to hold back. And show it in reverse. On that 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Wanting to create illusions. No love. Wow. The Moon card. And the Death card. Wow. It's God's law. The Moon card is being revealed. It's not their destiny. 6 of Wands in reverse. Hunting, wishing ill will. They're all under judgment. Can't believe it. I really can't. For trying to take someone else's gifts. 6 of Coins. 6 of Cups in reverse. Being really childish. And then 6 of Cups in reverse can mean no. And then we've got the Magician card. No to black magic. Stop it with your satanic rituals. We've got karma in reverse. Stop it. The Magician card. Then we've got High Priestess and 10 of Cups. Heavily protected by the Most High. 10 of Swords in reverse. All that excellent cursing's gone back. Oh, it's God's law. I can't believe it. Dylan. It's the set of psychopaths. Psychopathy, which has just made me really hungry. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? Anyways, justice will be served. As it's God's law. Yeah. As it's God's law. And quite possibly, some of these people have been doing like some sort of death magic and collaborating and that. Yeah. There's quite, King of, yeah, passing away. Yeah. Jim Mountain. Yeah, because we've got Empress is collaborating and celebrated by the Most High. So this King of Swords, who wanted that Ace of Pentacles, he was like, look at me, it's been come true. I'm going to battle for someone else's Queen of Swords in reverse. Lovers in reverse with the Gemini who wants to have that possession or possess that protection. She seduces and relies. She obviously wanted that. False victory. She's under judgment. She's not got them gifts, but she's been getting in on these karmic rituals to try and do black magic. And High Priestess, who's heavily protected. That's the truth. Ace of Wands, strong, passionate new beginning. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. A low-ranked crank. Taurus. 3 of Cups, malicious gossip. With a Cancer. Palace, Virgo, Death card in reverse. Wow. So basically, because of that divine knowledge, divine wisdom, 9 of Wands, and that fast self-defense and fast, quick defense. Yeah. So constantly, narrowly avoiding death. And they're all going to have 10,000 years, 10,000 years, 4,000 years of bad karma for coming up against this Empress, this High Priestess. Ooh, can you believe it, darling? An Archangel. Oh, no way. No way. No way. No way. Come up against an Archangel. I can't believe it. Wow. Wow. King of Pentacles. Oh, he's got no faith. Yeah, he's got no faith in the message. Oh, no way. Oh, no way. The Wheel of Year. Faith. Page of Wands. Temperance. He don't want to listen to Archangel Michael either. Do you mean? Yeah, Page of Wands. Don't even want to listen to Jesus. Wow. I bet you anyone of this low-rank crank goes to fucking church and all. Page of Swords. He's now but a crank. And he's getting, he wants to hold back this 10 of Pentacles. Of course he does. He's going to get crushed and crippled in his car. So we've got a Page of Swords who's going to get crushed and crippled in his car because he wants this High Priestess, his gentleman. No, darling. Darling! It's not going to fucking happen. I mean, yeah, 4 of Pentacles, they might want to, what? 9 of Pentacles, reverse. No. No. 5 of Wands in reverse, King of Wands reverse. Yeah, he wants to fruits that labour. Yeah, because he wants to spend it on a drinky pose. So be careful of this King of Wands reverse, who's a selfish, ruthless, calculated, previous, like, fucking deaths, and yeah, because he's a psychopath under the belt. He's slamming everybody, thinking about bumping everyone off, slams them, puts something in this feminine's drink all the time. Justice, he works in the justice system. He's not but a karmic. He grew up from a broken home. He was always lacking the strength. But he wanted to sacrifice someone, some kind of reverse, and wanted to take that light. No fucking way, darlings. No way. No way. Deluded. Trying to create burdens and illusions and all that on an airfare job. And bring stress. Oh, it's making me feel sick. Sagittarius energy. I'm telling you how far. I swear to God, how far they're willing to go. Wow, it's absolutely sickening. I can't believe it. What they've done is proper sickening. Yeah, they're going to be outed for being absolutely disgusting. Aquarius. Hermit, Virgo. All lying. Aries, lying. Yeah. Wow. So this one who's wanted to be a cult leader, all them hex and curses gone back. They're wanting to wipe themselves out as well now. Because what they've done is absolutely sickening. And I mean absolutely sickening. And I mean absolutely sickening. This is putrid, this is. So basically they just want a part to play, even if it means a part to play with being like pure putrid and evil. I can't believe I've just balked as well, because literally what this done is sickening. So I'm just going to go, right? Justice will be served. They're all going to be outed. Again, 58 angel number. It's God's law. Wow. You are on the right path. It's a sign of light, strength, destiny, prayer, courage, and some even see it as a miracle when it pops up in their lives. This number reminds you to stay optimistic as your thoughts and emotions create. I can't believe it. Oh, it's God's law. They're all going down. They're all going down. Psychopaths. All going down. I can't believe it.